Ever found yourself caught between a rock and a hard place, trying to please everyone, but feeling like you're about to mess everything up? Today, we're diving into a wild story about a man who found himself in that exact spot, and the one who saved him was his donkey. This is the incredible story of Balaam. Now, Balaam was a well-known prophet, a man who people believed could speak blessings and curses with real power. His reputation reached the ears of King Balak of Moab. Balak was terrified. The Israelites were on the move, a massive nation conquering everything in their path, and they were camped right on his border. In a panic, he sent messengers to Balaam with a desperate request. Come and curse these people for me. They're too powerful. Maybe then I can defeat them and drive them away. The offer was tempting. The king's messengers came loaded with fees and promises of great honor. That night, Balaam asked God what he should do. The answer was crystal clear: do not go with them. You must not put a curse on those people because they are blessed. So Balaam sent the messengers away, saying he couldn't go against the Lord's command. But King Balak was not a man who took no for an answer. He sent even more prestigious officials with even greater promises of wealth and honor. He basically told Balaam, name your price. I'll do whatever you say, just come and curse these people for me. Here's where things get complicated for Balaam. He knew what God had said, but the pressure was immense. The riches, the honor, the desperate king. It was all swirling in his mind. He told the officials, even if Balak gave me his palace filled with silver and gold, I could not do anything great or small to go beyond the command of the Lord my God. That sounds good, right? But then he added, stay here tonight, and I will find out what else the Lord will tell me. He was looking for a loophole, hoping God might change his mind. That night, God came to him and said, since these men have come to summon you, go with them, but do only what I tell you. It seems like a green light, but it's more like a test. God is allowing Balaam to go, knowing what's in his heart. So the next morning, Balaam saddled his donkey and set off with the Moabite officials. But the Bible says that God was very angry that he was going. Balaam was physically going, but his heart was leaning toward the king's riches, not God's will. And this is where our four-legged hero enters the story. As Balaam trotted down the road, the angel of the Lord stood in the path, holding a drawn sword. Now Balaam couldn't see the angel, but guess who could? His donkey. The donkey saw this terrifying, sword-wielding angel and immediately turned off the road and into a field. Balaam, completely oblivious, was just angry that his donkey wasn't obeying. So he beat the donkey to get it back on the road. They continued, and the angel of the Lord moved to a narrow path between two vineyard walls. Again, the donkey saw the angel. With no field to run into, she pressed herself tightly against one of the walls, crushing Balaam's foot. Ouch! Balaam, still blind to the real danger, was furious. He beat his donkey again. Then the angel moved one last time, to a place so narrow there was no room to turn left or right. The donkey saw the angel, saw there was nowhere to go, and simply lay down in the middle of the road. That was it for Balaam. He flew into a rage and started beating his poor donkey with his staff, and then the unthinkable happened. The Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and she spoke. She said to Balaam, what have I done to you to make you beat me these 3 times? Can you imagine? Balaam was so blinded by his anger and his mission that he didn't even seem shocked. He just argued back. You have made a fool of me. If I had a sword, I would kill you right now. The donkey, with perfect logic, replied, am I not your own donkey, which you have always ridden to this very day? Have I ever been in the habit of doing this to you? No, Balaam had to admit. And at that very moment, the Lord opened Balaam's eyes. Suddenly he saw him, the angel of the Lord, standing in the road with a drawn sword. Balaam fell face down on the ground. The angel asked him, why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? I have come here to oppose you because your path is a reckless one before me. The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If she had not turned away, I would certainly have killed you by now, but I would have spared her. The truth hit Balaam like a ton of bricks. He had been so focused on the journey, on the potential reward, on his own frustration, that he had been completely blind to the spiritual reality right in front of him. His loyal donkey, the animal he thought was being stubborn and disobedient, was actually saving his life. She saw the danger he couldn't see and was doing everything in her power to protect him. Balaam immediately repented. He said to the angel, I have sinned. I did not realize you were standing in the road to oppose me. Now if you are displeased, I will go back." The angel told him to continue on his journey to King Balak, but gave him a strict warning: "You must speak only what I tell you." This story is so much more than just a talking donkey. It's a powerful lesson about spiritual blindness. How often are we like Balaam? We have our own plans, our own desires, our own destinations in mind. And when obstacles get in our way, when our donkey turns into a field or lies down on the job, we get frustrated. We get angry. We see it as a problem, a delay, an inconvenience. But what if that obstacle, that stubborn donkey, is actually God's protection? What if it's a warning? A divine intervention to save us from a path that looks good on the surface but is actually reckless and dangerous. Maybe that missed opportunity, that difficult person, or that unexpected setback is the very thing keeping you from walking straight into the path of a drawn sword. This story challenges us to look beyond our own frustrations and ask, "God, what are you trying to show me here? What danger are you protecting me from?" Sometimes the greatest acts of mercy don't feel like mercy at all. They feel like a donkey crushing your foot against a wall. It's a reminder to trust God's sovereignty, even when his methods are mysterious and his path for us seems narrow and difficult. Balaam learned that day that true vision isn't about seeing what's ahead, but about seeing who is in control. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into these timeless narratives. Drop a comment below and let me know about a time when an obstacle turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I can't wait to read your stories. Until next time, stay blessed.